And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is Monday. It is weird. I want to give you a warning here before I get started. I am streaming tonight as a test, okay? It has been a crazy few days. I have completely blown up my entire setup here, which is its own special breed of fun. Yes, it is definitely working. Oh, yes. So, I'm trying to figure things out. But yes, hopefully things are going to continue to work. That would be lovely. Yep, and we're blue. Yay, so that works. Here, let me get into the game because this is going to be fun. Oh, okay, stream joke. If you want a job in the moisturizer industry, the best advice I can give is to apply daily. That worked, but now I'm sad. Okay, no, it's I think we're doing okay. Okay. Oh, the excuse. I was too busy admiring my beard. Yeah, that's fair. Yes, and the quotes work. Yeah, I forgot to test that, so yay! Number one. That quote was so iconic, it's now merch. Okay, you're good. Awesome. Sound. Let me go sleep and then we'll get into this. So yeah, I talked about it in the supporter newsletter for those who are supporters at musicfreegaming.com. My streaming box had been running Windows 10. It was not able to be upgraded, so I switched things. The box I had been gaming on, it was a Windows 11 box, and that is now what I am using to stream with. My gaming PC was my old streaming box, and it's now running Linux. And boy, was that a pain in the neck. But I think we're working. We have sound, which is good. That was a pain. But I think things are going okay. Also, here's where we're at. Sprite has started what I believe is a giant snowman. You have time to see. Well, yes, you've been busy with like family and stuff. But yeah, so obviously Spawn is over that way. There's the shulker farm. And I've got a big red building, which, you know, is big and red. And it's also very empty inside. But I don't think I'm going to change that today, but I'm going to start making plans for that today. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen down here. I think I am going to move a few villagers up here. So I'm going to get a couple of, butchers, I think. The ones that sell cooked pork chops. And we'll put one in each of these slots here. Right, these two guys. And then I think I'm going to bring in just a handful of librarians. And I don't know if I want them there or if I want to take them all the way up into the attic. But something. Boy, there's something I'm going to get used to. I moved my Go XLR from my right-hand side to my left-hand side, so it's a different hand to reach over and mute the stream when I cough and stuff. So yeah, so that's going to be that plan. And then down here, if you follow this staircase down, we'll come into a room. I think I'm going to work on decorating the walls and stuff here tonight. but this leads out into the shulker farm and what will be community storage. So what I'm going to do is we're going to, and again, not tonight, but over the course of a little while, I'm going to dig out some of all of this goodness, and basically between each of these brick blocks, I'm going to set up chests, and it's just going to be an auto sorted monstrosity. We'll get some copper golems, and we'll just set this up to sort automatically, and it'll be fabulous, right? And we'll just have a place where if those of us who have extra nonsense, we can throw it into the system here and make it available for everybody. And yeah, I think down here, oh, that's the sandstone. Let's meander up this way, pick up the brick, which I think I had here. Yep. We'll pick up the brick, and is this stone? Yes. All right. And let's head down this way to our basement area. Okay. That's also brick. And this is also brick. What did I put down this one? Oh, that's the random garbage box. Awesome. I mean, random garbage is great, but also awesome. All right, so yeah, no, we'll need the wool because I'm going to bring this pattern out down this hallway. Okay. And probably stop it here in the room here somewhere. I mean, maybe I'll bring it all the way across. I'm not entirely sure. But this is going to come in here. So what I need to do is let's go ahead and get some brick. All right. Also, hey, aside from just generally working, I guess, is it looking okay out there? I'll have to go back and watch the VOD here a little bit afterwards, but it's just out on the streams and stuff. I mean, I can see my preview, but the preview window is small and everything is really dark. So, is it looking okay? Yeah, it looks sharp. Okay, great. Glad to hear it. Oh, right. That is floor. Awesome. I think we're gonna have to swap that out for blocks. Yeah, it's looking just a little bit darker for me, but I think that's just, I think that's okay. Do I want to make this square or do I want it to match what's happening above? So up on the first floor, let me free cam just for a sec. Right, I see I've got the cutouts, things sort of bump out here. I'm gonna make dinner and stuff. Awesome. Dinner is delicious. I think I am. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out here just a little bit. Hopefully not my voice, just the wall. Okay. Yeah, and let's go ahead and just bring that same fun and excitement down this way. I need not the tough bricks. I need regular bricks. Stone bricks. Here we go. Okay. Now, hopefully... Okay, which means this should probably be stone brick as well. All right, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, this would go here. I like it when things work out nicely. Okay, so we'll bring that in, and then we'll bring this down like so. Okay. And that's the front door, so we'll worry about this section here in a little bit. Let's just get this brick in, and then we'll figure out where everything else is going. Okay. Yeah, that's right. This is gonna come up this way. Oh, right. Hey, hang on. That snow needs to stay there. That would be awesome. Okay. So yeah, okay, and I think that's it. Obviously, I'm going to need more bricks than I got. 4. Just grab a few stacks of those. That should be fine for now. And it's dark in the corner. Okay, and then this side, I believe, cuts out, right? Yes. All right, yeah. Following the shape of the building above is going to work out okay. All right. All right, so we're going to get all of this in place. Is this, I believe this cut out here as well, right? Yeah. Yeah, because the building's got a little bit of a, it's got a little bit of a shape to it, right? It's not just a box. It's a box with sticky outy bits. And you know how much we all love sticky outy bits here, so, you know, that's what we got going on. All right, and then this side, right, this is where that is. I believe this sticks out here too, so I could cut into this. Yeah. Oh, you heard a fun thing today. Oh, I like fun things. All right, let's go ahead and cut this in, and there. And said we'll all end up bringing some frog lights and stuff through there too, but okay, so there's something I need to fix. Okay, okay, dismiss. I've never been sawed in half by a magician, but I wore jeans for Thanksgiving. Same thing. That's fair. That is very fair. All right. So I'm going to have to... So one of the things I ended up doing, which was great and all, but I connected my phone to my computer here, and unfortunately it makes noises. Let's see if I can... Wow, that's not what I'm looking for. Hang on, sorry, I've got to... Can I fix a thing? Okay. Yeah, but it definitely went dingy dingy. Okay. There's a... Actually, that would work better. Okay, let's just turn the volume off, maybe? Okay, well, I can turn off the do not disturb. So basically what's happening is stuff and things. Yes, all the things and stuff. Yeah, I connected my phone to my desktop, and now if I get a notification like that was the Discord, hey, you're going live announcement thing, it fires off a notification on my desk, and that's not quite what I'm looking for. At least not while I'm live. So yeah, that's gonna have to be something that we deal with. But for now, just put my phone on do not disturb and we should be okay. And that may just be something I have to do, so we'll... Okay. Gotta love all of the testing, but that's why I'm doing a live test here. Is I want to see what works, what doesn't, what's loud, obnoxious, what's, you know, normal. Just normal and obnoxious, you know, that type of thing. Okay, we gotta have all of those things in place too. Why does this feel off? I don't know. Okay, this goes here. Oh yeah, that does go there. Okay. But if this comes down this way... Oh. Oh. Oh, no! Guess who's not centered? That would be me. That would be me. Yep. I apparently didn't center the building. Yeah. So the center of the farm is right here. There's the door. There's that window. But we are definitely not centered. Because I think the center actually is that window. Sweet. Okay, well then. All right, shiny. We'll figure something out here. This will be it'll be fine. I can make something work here. It'll be great. All right, so yeah, we're definitely not centered, but that's okay. And I do need to cover this whole mess up here too, so you're not seeing the dealy bob there. But this is, I love this. I love this. All right, I've got the fireplaces here, right? And they're really simple. They could use maybe a little bit of decoration and stuff, but it's fun there. But I put the hay bales under so you end up with signal fires, and then you can just watch the smoke come up behind the smoker. You know, and it just looks really cool as it comes up back behind, and then that whole thing comes out the back and out the chimney. And it doesn't go up very far because the smoke has already gone up a fairly long way because of the signal fires. You just get a little bit of smoke coming out the top, and it works great. Works great. I loved how that turned out. Unfortunately, I wasn't counting things. Ooh, this would be cool. Hang on, I must add a stripe. We must stripe. We must stripe while the tuff is hot or something. Yeah, I just want to add a little bit of a detail here. Partly because we've got this little line of tuff that was actually from the fireplace. But I just want to bring it here too, just to give it a little bit of extra, detail or something. I could even bring it down here as well, but I think that's good enough for now. All right. Nice. Well, let's get the rest of the brick in place, which would be this box. Okay. And again, this is a basement, so windows are out, but I could come in with the tough walls just like I did upstairs for those window bits that go into a hillside or something else, you know. I could even duck back behind those windows. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something because these are slabs. They're not blocks. So I may have to do something here just to make this all kind of line up and do good things, but we'll see how that goes. But what I was thinking is I could cut in, if I put walls here, I could put lights behind the walls. And that would give us light in the room without having to go really super crazy with like, how do I get a lamp here and do all of that type of stuff, right? Okay. So that goes there. Oh, this probably cuts out. Oh, no, it doesn't. Right, this comes in like this. Right. Right. Okay, cool. Now, one of the things I am going to be trying to do here, and I might change out some of those blocks up there, but I do want to add some basics. What this building is turned into, at least in my mind, if not totally in reality yet, is sort of a, if you want to think of it as like a community starter base. We don't technically need it for that type of thing, but I'm going to need tough blocks, which are upstairs. But the idea, oh, that would be a good spot for another portal. There's one right there too, but still. Unless I want to tunnel all the way back to spawn, which I could do, right? Cut all the way through here and down into the spawn chamber down here. It's even just about the right height even. But anyway, just make this an area that, hey, you've dropped in, we're doing the thing, you know, let's, I don't know, do something. So we'll have a few basic villagers, we'll have a few, a few of those other necessities. Obviously, the community storage over there. We'll have a small furnace array. Nothing crazy, but I really like the idea of making this a doorway, though. Like this goes outside, right? There's this main entrance which goes out. There's the road here. There's the flaming skeleton. You know, all the comforts of home. And the question of, do we make this a nether portal? I think it's far enough away that we could link the portals appropriately. So you could just come in down here. That'll be something. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. That I don't know, because I don't want to necessarily invalidate that lovely spawn build that Snoopers put together. And honestly, if you're going to come from there, I think it would be cool to walk through town. So honestly, I think making this a nether portal would be really cool. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. It'll take a little bit of tweaking to be sure it links up properly on the roof, but I like this idea. In fact, I might even slip some fence gates here just to keep the piglins from walking into the farm and doing things, but that's all right. Okay, let's go get some tough. All right, and let's see. Tough. Okay, got a few walls. Let's make more walls. The other thing. Okay, so again, we're going through the tests here, but how's the thing sounding? Okay, I said I did a few tests. Just on my own with just recording and making sure it sounded all right there. I think it was okay, but it's always a little different when it's live. Okay, let's grab some frog lights. So I'm just going to tuck some frog lights back here. Let's tuck them back behind this. Okay, I think this will be cool. Right, we'll just stick these frog lights here. And this will give us at least a little bit of light. Okay. All right, and tuck all of that in place. Yeah, see, that's going to be really cool. That's going to look really good. So, if nothing else, we should have plenty of light down here. So, I think what I'm kind of thinking of as far as the basic style, I guess, of this build is, or maybe theme, is sort of lodge, sort of a, like an old school, like, store, right? I don't know if you've ever seen like an old Western or something where they've got there's the one, oops, that's not what's going to go there. Where you've got sort of the general store, things like that. I'm kind of thinking that might be sort of the theme. But it might also be really cool as a, as sort of an inn or tavern, right? Like the old school public house, right? The pub. If you want to go way back, where it's a place where you can, you know, stay for the night or, you know, grab a meal while you're traveling, right? That type of thing. Not like a bar, right? But something sort of along those lines where it's just, I think that would be kind of fun. Just sort of this red brick store type of idea. All right. So this wall is going to obviously be different because I didn't think I was going to be, I didn't think. Okay. Had I been thinking, I might have squared things a little bit better, but no. No, I didn't. So here we are. Okay. Now, let's see. Now this is going to change. I'm going to need to put in probably some more spruce slabs up here. And I need to figure out what the heck is going to happen here to hide this. Okay, because I don't want that to be visible. Right? That would be silly. So, let's take some tough bricks, okay? And we'll run those here. Okay, so you'll see that change. Now, I did try a little bit on, oops, those are frog lights. And those are not stone. I have stone here somewhere. Hang on, I have to go get my stone cutter. I did try a handful of things the other day. Well, actually, no, what would be really good downstairs would be a crafting table. So let's go ahead and just craft up a couple of those. Anyway, I did try doing something like stairs coming up from here. It looked really stupid, so we're not going to be doing that. But yeah, we'll do a little something here. I said I don't know what exactly. You know, I went upstairs for that stone cutter. Now I don't know why I wanted it. Okay. Well, you know, these things happen. Also, I never did actually craft those crafting tables, which is cool. All right. So, what if... All right, for now, let's try something here. Let's take the crafting table like that. If I were to put an ender chest here, that would be... I'd have to change this block out, but that's okay. Yeah, it feels like we need a little bit of something over here too, but for now I'm just going to put this there, put the stone cutter and the crafting table. I'm not totally thrilled with this, but it's an idea. I'm really thinking that what I want to do is put in a little furnace array here. Nothing crazy, like nothing fully automated or anything like that. Just some furnaces, and I don't know if I even want to automate the fuel in there or what, but see, this is trees. This has shelves. Okay. Also, probably some slabs, stairs, and some of that. Okay. Should just bring this all downstairs with me, but you know how it goes. I mean, I could. Actually, this might be really cool. Hang on, let's try this. If I were to put stairs here, maybe facing the right way. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I do want to have that. Have it. Does look a little funky with that, but we'll keep trying. We'll play with some things here. But yeah, if I pull off something kind of like this, all right. Now, obviously, I made it dark because I just covered up the fire, but okay. Let's just bring that in that way. Is that something I could take out? No, it's not. Okay. But I could put these shelves here. So that's not too bad. What I would, oh, actually what might be cool. Actually, what might be really cool. Let's grab those frog lights. What if I were to come back here with oh, right, slabs. I want to put them right there, crossing those two blocks. And that is not going to be a thing that happens. So, all right, cool. Oh, what if I were to do this? Let's take out these slabs. Okay. Let's grab some stairs. Nope. So close, and yet, nope. Other than the fact I don't like it, it's totally fine. You know, that's always the catch, right? It looks great, except for it kind of sucks. But otherwise, it's fine. We can just run that across there. Let's go ahead and change these so they're not pointing out like that. We'll just run it across. Yeah. All right, that should be fine. And then what I could do here is let's take our, again, our handy dandy shelves. The one thing I can't really do it here, unfortunately. It would be really nice to be able to add some redstone behind those shelves. Maybe I can. Let's see. Where's... Okay, hey. A redstone box with all of those levers that I made just yesterday. Okay, or yesterday. Whatever the last day I streamed was. Saturday? Okay. Yeah, see, that's cool. Because that continues the design from upstairs. I don't know that I like it. Okay, let's do this. Let's take out these tough blocks. I can still put the levers on like that. Okay. All right, this is promising. Ah, hang on. Also, take those just so we get the light through there. All right, we'll flip those down. So now our shelves are doing shelfy things. Awesome. And let's see, do I have brick slabs? I don't. I do not have them. They are not happening. Okay. So this goes here. Okay. If I bring this like so, I think this might work. Okay, let's see what this looks like coming down the stairs, but yeah, I think that's fine. Whatever the light is doing in the game, it's a little funky there, but you can put up with that. All right. And then all right. We can just put that there. Okay. Awesome. So we've got shelves doing shelfy things. All right. Nice. So yeah, I could put another campfire here. Actually, yeah. If I were to set up another fireplace here, hang on, all of these boxes are in the way. Let's move these. I don't know if you're one of those people who just you're just always putting stuff where you're needing to put more stuff. It's like, oh, I was building things here, and now I have to put all of my stuff somewhere else because all of my buildiness is in the way. If I were to put another fireplace here with furnaces behind it, I think that could be really cool. Let's grab some stone here. All right, we'll need to make a few slabs. All right. Slabs we got. Okay, how did I do the fireplaces up there? Okay, back. Back, I say. Back, back. Okay. So that goeth thusly. And now is when we stare. We shall stare at it until it behaves itself. Which honestly never worked with my kids. I don't know why it would work with my builds, but you know, you do what you have to. And sometimes the only way to make your build behave is to stare at it for a while. And that's just kind of where we're at. See, and look at all the staring we're doing here. It's totally logical and stuff. All right. So the other thing we'll have to make sure of is that the clips and stuff all work appropriately. All right, I need campfire makings. Do I have sticks? I have wood. That's like sticks. Turns out sticks and wood, very, very similar. I know, this kind of surprises everybody, but it's true. All right, let's grab... Oh, I am going to need some logs anyway to make the... Oh, I've got logs. Okay. And I've got charcoal, and I've got stuff. Okay. All right, so what I might do... See, what I could do is I can come down here with our campfires, right? Right? Campfires there doing campfire-y things. Smoke is not coming through the floor. That's good. What if I were to get some more cobblestone? Yeah, let's make a handful of furnaces here. Okay, that's the thing. All right. This floor doesn't really go with those walls, but It's okay. All right, so let's grab some ferni. Now, I think just to make it a little bit more obvious what's going on here. Hang on. Furnaces. Okay, we'll put those there, and then what I can do is I can get some. Oh, hang on. This should be a tough block right there. Okay. What did I do back behind these? Is that just deep slate? Awesome. Okay, deep slate. Cool. Yeah, I think this will work. It's not automated in any way, which is kind of what I'm looking for. Also, it's facing the wrong way. All of those blocks. Okay. Ow. It burns us. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just cut through the side walls. All right. Okay, so that goes up there, and then... All right, I need to temporarily give myself something to stand on here. Let's... Okay, let's put levers back right... Ah. All right, fine. We'll take out the slabs, too. Fine. Okay, I can't see anything. There's too much smoke. All right, so we'll get that there. Yeah, see, that's doing okay. I'll take this out here in a minute, but let's go ahead and get... I think I had some... Did I have some blackstone? Some deep slate tiles. Those will work. Those will work. I just need a dark block. And this is going to work fine. I just need something that looks dark there. Okay, that'll be fine. And then if I take out the slabs. Yeah, so there. We've got furnaces here so that you can cook the things. You know, in all honesty, I don't think I like the blocks here. Not because of the blocks, but because of the smoke. There. That looks like the smoke is going up. And we can pretend it vents out the same chimneys here. Right? We can pretend there's some sort of venting to bring the smoke out here as well. Okay. But it's not coming right through there, so that's a win. And this looks nice and cozy. And we have furnaces. Okay, so again, we'd have to fill them by hand. There's no automated fueling or anything, but they're here. Like I said, if we're talking about sort of general starter base area, right? Not massive infrastructure. It's just like, I'm here. I need to smelt some iron or something. We've got that there. Okay. I like what that's doing. I think that's going to work. And yeah, if I dig this out here, where's my shovel? Shovel, go. Okay, that has to stay. Okay, that's fine. I can make that work. So if I dig this out, put in, sure, maybe put some brick there. Actually, better yet, let's not do brick. Let's do brick stairs. Do I have brick stairs? Yes. Okay. If I were to put in some brick stairs here, just, you know, gives a little bit of depth, which is great. And I want to fill this in with snow. Okay, just because I think that's going to look good behind a potential nether portal. Now, I don't I don't have obsidian. I'd have to run back to my base and get it. But I think this will be okay. I can build a portal here. Said we'll have to be very careful with the coordinates to match, you know, that, or so it doesn't match that over there, and it doesn't match the portal over at spawn. But I like the idea of making that a thing. So, actually, you know what would be good? I think this might be the place to put the villagers. The librarians, or maybe the blacksmiths. I'm not going to have a lot of, like I said, I'll just have 3 or 4. Just enough so you can come here, you can buy some tools, you can get the basic enchanting books, right? Mending, unbreaking, efficiency, may just be efficiency 4. Because like I said, I think I'm going to move the villagers I have at the ancient city into this. So it's not perfect, but that's okay. All right, so this is going to have to come out here just to make the ceiling right. But yeah, I think this is going to work. Okay, now in there, the walls are basically just going to be chests, so there isn't a whole lot here that we can that we'll be able to do to decorate. But I've got a really fun idea, and I think it's going to be cool. So I want to. We'll need to do something. I think probably. I guess we can use tough bricks there. Maybe there's something else. I think I might replace this, but for now it's a good placeholder for, hey, there's a doorway here. Walk through it, right? That type of thing, right? And something along the same lines here around this nether portal. All right, so if that's doing that, all right. So I could put villagers. Well, yeah. See, I could put like the librarians 1, 2, 3 here. And maybe 2, 3 here, right? So there would be mending, unbreaking, efficiency maybe over here, fortune, silk touch, and I don't know, looting, something maybe on this side. And that might be sufficient. Protection maybe, I don't know. I'll have to double check and see what I've got for the villagers, but I think I've got a mending and unbreaking as the same villager, so that might change the calculus a little bit. But okay. But I kind of like this idea, and then it's just a matter of keeping everybody in the same place. So we'll figure that out. How do I keep the villagers there without making this look really silly? And I'm sure there's a way, because I don't totally want to break this up. I could probably put their workstations in the wall here, that would be a little bit crazy. I could put honey underneath them and then just run some trapdoors, like grab some spruce trapdoors, which I don't have on me at the moment. But I could run just flip up some spruce trapdoors. They won't be able to jump over them because of the honey, right? And yeah, that would be okay, I think. Okay. All right, so we'll have to figure that out. But if I make this a nether portal on the roof, that's going to make getting the villagers in here really easy. Otherwise, I could take them through there and just run them underneath the stuff there. And then run them upstairs. So I'll have to break some floor and stuff to get them in place. But I think I like this idea. All right. This is definitely looking promising. All right. And that definitely works to hide some of that other stuff. In fact, what if I were to let's take that out. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Maybe it's a little funky. What is that, sandstone? Okay. But I think this might be okay. Okay, let's just take that out. Yeah, it'll give it a little bit of definition. Maybe too much, maybe it's a little weird, but that's okay. And then yeah, if I just I could do that with the villagers. Okay. Yeah, and then we take the other two villagers up, like the, which I haven't traded up yet, so I don't have them, but set a couple of butchers that sell pork chops. Because pork chops are better than cooked chicken. And I didn't want to deal with trying to deal with the composters up there for golden carrots. So that's fine. Pork chop power is a thing. I watch enough Tango Tech to understand these things. All right, so let's see if I can free up some inventory space. Where's my junk box? This one. All right, now I'm going to need frog lights, which fortunately I have. Also, I think I'm done with those ones. And we're going to need some of this wool. Hi. Wool, please. Yeah, let's just dump this brick. All right. Let's bring our wool back through here. So we've completed this square. Okay, that's going to come out. We'll fill in with sandstone in a minute. That means we're going to come in here. Okay. Hi, I'm full. Okay. So good news is, looks like the announcements are still going. Because that's the other thing. Of course, I had to move the bot to the new box as well. So that was actually ended up being real easy. Streamer bot was really easy to move. Okay, which I'm happy about. So, all right, so that's going to go there. So if I follow the same pattern we've got going on here, it's just a line. Okay. Okay, so I think we're doing okie dokie. All right, and I'll come fill in the colors here when I'm done, but let's just get the shape in place here. All right. So, I'm fairly happy with the tech. I think everything is working, which is great. Now, it took me way too long to get everything in place here, which was annoying. I don't think there's an actual pattern here, so all right. Boy, man, I ended up dealing with just getting Linux installed took forever because UEFI sucks. And for those of you who have never had to install Linux directly or deal with any of that stuff, good. It's not the most fun thing in the world. But yeah, that I was expecting audio to be a problem, and it was. That took forever. But the it only took half the time of getting freaking OS installed. Okay. Cool. Oh, I've got 2 green ones. Let's not do that. Oh, I've got pink. I can do pink. Actually, let's leave this one green and we'll put the pink in over here. I think that'll work a little bit better. But yeah, so that was a pain. Getting the install to work, getting the UEFI system to see it, all that good stuff. But once it was in, then it was just a matter of, okay, what order do I have to install all the software so I can finish importing my configs and doing everything? Fortunately, there's a pre-built package for Arch Linux for the Prism launcher, which I use. So I was just able to export my config from the Windows box, copy it over, load it right up. That was really handy. All right. Okay, so let's just bring this over. I can just fill these slabs in. Okay. And where did my junk box go? All right, so that goes. All of the wool is done. We're done with wool. That's the brick. Let's grab the stone. Oh, and I have the stairs. Okay, cool. All right, so if I bring this in like so, we'll bring that across. And then I just need to clean this out, and we'll need to handle the walls in some way or other. And honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with those, so we'll have to figure that out. I do have an idea for some of the decorations in there, but when I start getting the chests and everything in for the storage system. But yeah, it'll be great. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so this will be good. And yeah, I'm going to do some fun things, I think, with the storage, but the way it's going to work is, well, let's go ahead and just take out a section here, and I'll kind of mark out what the plan is. The good news is we're going to end up with a lot of extra snow. That'll make Sprite happy. Help her with her snowman. So this is all going to come back out this way a little bit. And I think if I was counting this out correctly, this is going to have to go back out like 3 or 4 blocks here, and then I've got to set up the storage and the storage filters. That's going to be tedious, but I think it'll be okay. Anyway, so the idea is I'm going to come in with chests, right, like this. Maybe we'll just do, let's see. Let's be sure I counted this correctly. So it's 1, 2, 3, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. And then there'll be an overflow chest for the copper golems. Okay, but we'll have the chests coming across here. Okay, I think I'll put sandstone underneath them. We'll have hoppers. I don't have the hoppers on me, so let's just pretend with scaffolding. So hoppers are going to go through there. And then the sorting system will end up being above. It's going to be up and around the outside, so we'll actually have the copper golems above the snow layer. And that'll be fine as long as everything is outside this warning tape, then we'll be fine. The shulkers shouldn't get to them, and I can still be real careful about what blocks I choose, but I think we'll be okay. So we'll get the shulkers in, and we'll be able to, or the shulkers, the copper golems in. And then, yeah, we can just come around outside here to set filters. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And it'll be kind of fun because you'll be able to look in from the snow globe and see the golems running around. It'll be kind of cute. I think we can make that happen. Okay, but this is the idea. And then I think we'll come in with some sort of transparent block, something you can open chests through up here to make it easier to, well, something we could put signs on, I guess, is really what I'm trying to say. Something we could put signs on and label, you know, what's going on here. So yeah, that should be good. Okay. All right. Do golems read the signs? Sadly, no. Golems are somewhat illiterate. Hopefully the players can read the signs. I'm not sure I should be that helpful, but maybe. All right, so that'll go there. This will clean out this way. How do you get them to sort the way you want? That is actually really cool. You know what? I need obsidian, so let me head back to my base, and I'll show you what the sorting system I have there, and then we can, and I can pick up the obsidian, and I think some birch. I think some birch would be useful here too. So where is my base? That way. Yeah, so basically the way the copper golems work is they pull items out of a copper chest, and then from the copper chest, they'll pick up a stack of up to 16 items, and they'll look at the next up to 10 chests and look to see if the chest is either empty or it has that item in it. And if it does, they'll put that stack in the chest. And if it does not, then they'll move on to the next chest. And if they can't find a chest to put it in, they just stand around stupid holding the item. Okay. So the trick with a sorting system like this is to always have a place where they can unload everything. Okay. Just sort of an empty dump chest. Now, the one thing that's going to be a little bit of a thing to be aware of is not flooding the filter system. So there are a couple of ways of doing this, I'm sure, but the simplest involves basically building an old school items filter, or at least the redstone for an old school item filter. Okay, if you've ever built like an impulse SV sorter, same idea. So what you do, let's see. Yeah, so this should look somewhat familiar. This, if you've ever built any sort of item filter. Here, we'll free cam here. The comparator, instead of reading a hopper, it reads a chest. You come out with a small filter. Right? Same type of thing. Redstone torch to lock things, right? And then you just put in the chest the items you want filtered. And then enough filler items, in this case, we'll use snow layers. And once you get enough filter stuff in place, then everything that goes into these first slots will get drained down into the hopper and eventually into the storage. So yeah, so you just put like if I put a couple of snow blocks in here, right? This little guy's going to pull out of the thing, and he'll run all the way across this whole stack. Hang on, continue the filter. So he's, or the free cam. So he's just going to keep looking at all of these chests. Not going to find it because I don't have snow blocks in any of these chests. And then he'll put it into this chest that's up here, which you can see the hoppers underneath. That feeds it into this copper chest. And then these golems pick it up. And I do think snow goes into, yeah, one of these ones. So they're just going to keep looking in these chests until they find where it goes. And see, they go in this chest, so there they go. So it's really simple. Slow, okay? It is really slow, especially compared to something like, the multi-item sorters that they use the mine carts and all that complex magic. Nah, this doesn't deal with any of that stuff. It's just a really simple item filter circuit. And depending on what you're sorting, if you're sorting, all right, they'll sort unstackable items like swords and pickaxes and things like that. You just need a longer circuit. I mean, literally, this just needs to stick out farther so that you can then add non-stackables in here instead of stackables. So yeah, it's really cool. All right, so let's go get some obsidian. Yeah, and it's really easy to set the filters. At least, I mean, it's tedious, but it's not hard. You know, you don't have to do anything crazy. Need more obsidian than that. Oh, do I have more obsidian? Let's. I didn't think I'd be running out of obsidian. We'll stop by the gold farm on the way back and see if I have some obsidian there. Ooh, it's not what I was expecting. But okay, it's fine. Okay. All right. So yeah, so we'll stop by the gold farm first. And see if I've got any obsidian left with the in the piglin bartering setup. Yeah, gold farm over this way. And hopefully we do, because that would be nice just to be able to set up the portal over here and do all that good stuff. Yeah, because if I can do that, then, yeah, all sorts of good things happen, I guess. All right. Gold farm. Oh, good. Yes, we do have some obsidian. Perfect. That's all the obsidian we've got, but that's okay. That is just fine. All right. So yeah, so we'll have to do some math and to get all the portals linked up in the right place, but I think we're good. We're far enough away. It's going to be close, but I think we're far enough away it's not going to be that big a deal, so. Okay, that's going to go up there like so. All right. So, trigger another coordinates in overworld because that's where we're at. -17 and 2. All right, -17 and 2. Jeez. Minus 17 and 2. All right. Well, that's fine. Okay, I do have a lighter. Cool. Minus 17 and 2. Yeah, you know, you'll never guess how much I occasionally want to just replace that. Oh, am I out of snow layers? I guess so. How much I want to replace the flint and steel texture with a with like a Zippo or something. Ah, there we go. Minus 17 and 2. All right, so we'll like that. Let's head. We'll head through this portal. Oh, and we're going. Okay, portal should face north-south, I guess. Minus 17. Okay, that would be here. And 2. Okay, great. So right here. Awesome. 4? Is that tall enough? 1, 2. I think so. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and of course, always spawn-proof your nether portals, especially on the ceiling. Okay. We'll just put some snow on top of that, and hopefully this will all link up correctly. All right, good. That got us to the right place. Now I want to go through this side. This is the one I'm a little most concerned with. Okay, cool. All right, and then this portal will take us into the other side. Yeah, right there. Okay, well, that's quick and easy. Here, just because, you know, I like the slightly nauseous feeling I get going through a portal, we'll just cut through like this. Okay. Fabulous. That is actually really cool. All right. I think I'll maybe replace this with... Do I want to replace that with brick? Might be good. You know, I had a shulker box with snow, but I think Sprite took it to build her snowman. Heck. Oh, speaking of which, snoopers, I forgot to mention, I have some rooms set aside in my base for you and Sprite if you wanted to decorate one. Sprite has claimed one. There are 2 others. They're in that hallway by the that little enchanting room on the 2nd floor. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you do want to, there's a space for you. Okay, I like that. Okay. All right, so we should be mostly good. It's a little dim in here without all of the torches, but we can worry about that later. Right. Nice. So this will bring us in this way. Okay, so I'll replace these. All right. This wall will be something else. I might just bring the brick this way. That'll be fine. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, so yeah, we'll take this. Oops, that needs to stay there. Yeah. Okay. Now, I don't know. Don't think I want to mess with the villagers today. But I think we can maybe look at least getting where I want to put them in place. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we'll swing a little something through here. I can bring the slabs. Right. We can do something like that. This should be fine. It should be totally fine. Okay. All right. Well, things are... All right. I think we maybe got that. Maybe, perhaps. Or not. Sorry, I needed to ban somebody, but on Kick, but apparently they've changed how they do things here, and it's just silly. Oh, okay, that's the wrong button. All right, cool. All right, well, that's something I'll have to look at afterwards. Hey, Kick changed things, and that's not cool. Anyway. All right, so that'll work. So let's go ahead and get this brick going. And maybe let me just mark this out this way. I don't know. Oh, let's do this. Actually, this would be even better. I can line up the brick. Yeah, I think we can do this. Let's line up the brick with these colored rectangles here. All right. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we can do... All right, we can just bring this down this way. And so we can continue this same sort of pattern all the way through here. Okay. I'll leave this open for the moment because I'm going to have to get in there. Right, but I can just take this dealy bob. Right, just bring this down this way. And yeah, we'll get a little bit of, you know, double stone action, but that's okay. Yeah, that is just fine. And then should be good. Okay. I like what's happening here. So let me go up, get my spruce chest. And by chest, I mean shulker box because, you know, I know words. Also, do I still have... I do. Hang on. Let's kick a little light back through here too. All right, we'll just continue the same thing I did downstairs. We'll do this here as well. Okay. Just knock a little light into these walls. Cover it up with the polished tough wall. And that should do it. All right. Yeah. Oops, there we go. That'll give us some light here on the stairs as we come on down. Okay. Yep. Do this on both sides. Hack. Hi, I would like to put a frog light there. Thank you. And on this side as well. Okay. Yeah, this will be good. Gives us plenty of light in the building, which it definitely needed coming down those stairs. So, Yeah, we'll have to figure out some light here in the center, but all in all, this is looking pretty okay. Hey, Chair, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. So, all right, we're doing a technology test. So it's sort of an impromptu stream, but I needed to do some testing to make sure that all of my stuff was working. And it looks like it is. I think everything is actually behaving itself, which is kind of a surprise, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. All right. This is good. We'll have to make up a few beds and things here too. Probably down here somewhere. Oh, did I actually pick up the spruce chest? I did. Awesome. All right, so kind of what I'm thinking is the villagers will go back behind something like this. And we'll put them on honey blocks so they don't jump over. Unfortunately, that I don't particularly like putting in the replacing these blocks though, because I obviously we're going to need to have their workstations there somewhere, but the other option would be to do something like this, right? So they would come across like that, or or we could do shelves to like this. Okay. Put a shelf across here like that. Actually, that might not be bad. That might be okay. Would have to do it like that, I think. I would. That leaves the number, but it also looks like this is floating. So, you know, that's... But that would work, I guess. We certainly keep the villagers in. Because then I could just put their workstations on the floor like I usually do. Set them on some carpet. That might be fine. Might be totally fine. Okay. All right. Well, that's a win, I guess. All right, hang on. I need to check something now with Kick's new mess and things. There we go. Yeah, they're just... Yeah, I don't know. Kick made a change, and unfortunately... oh, there it is. Nope, sorry, that was a Meath change. Okay. Again, tech change. So, in the moderation view, it was not showing what I needed it to see for rapid response to bannable offenses over there. Okay. So yeah, so if we do something like this, eject them into their spaces there. Okay, I will need a something here that they can't get over, but honestly, I might just use the iron bars. That might be... Do I have those here? I think I've got them upstairs. Let's see. Oh, hey, that's a snow box. Awesome. That's stone. Iron bars. Perfect. All right, so I mean, I've got a couple of options here, I suppose. Let's see, snowbox. Hang on, I'm just going to clean out. I'm gonna organize things. I know, don't get too used to it. It does happen sometimes, but I am going to, in fact, organize the things because the things need to be organized, and I never do it. But today I'm doing it. Today I'm organizing. All right. If I were to put, either place would be fine, but if I were to put them like that, that would keep the villagers in place too. Okay. And then I could just run, say, light gray carpet under that and keep everything happy and cheerful and stuff. Okay. It looks a little wonky. I'll give you that, but I think it'll work to store the villagers. All right. Cool. So if I then do the same thing over here, this would come up like this. Okay. Yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure I like it not connecting to the wall there, but on the other hand, I don't know. It just looks... It's off center, right? Because there's 6 shelves and there's 5 in this alcove. But this just feels a little wonky. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably fine. Probably. Okay, but that'll be good. Keep the villagers in, and then we could do all sorts of things to label these or whatever. But all right, but that would work. That would totally work to get those villagers in place, and then to get them upstairs will be a little bit of a challenge because we have to go a couple of floors, but this floor will not have villagers in it, I think. This one will get the 2 villagers up in here, and maybe we set up this room so it looks a little bit like a restaurant, right? Or yeah, something. Yeah, this is where you can come in and grab some food, right? Got the back door out this way. Little bit dangerous. Watch out for the powder snow. Yeah. So that's a thing. And then I don't know what would go up in the attic. Right, there's definitely space up here for something, but I don't know what. So for now, it's just going to be open, but yeah, so we'll get that in there, and then down here, yeah, we could sort of just, yeah, that's a possibility, Snoopers, is put enchanting up there. That's definitely a possibility. Ooh, that's what could go in this. We could put anvils right here. That would be cool. So we'll have so we'll have a couple of those. But yeah, it wouldn't be too bad to put up a little enchanting setup. I mean, it's a little ways up, but we totally could put an enchanting setup up here. Yeah, nobody would use it. Honestly, the reality is, I mean, obviously, I'm well established in my bases, but especially the Badlands. You've got your base. Evan, those rare times he's on, I'm sure he's doing his own thing. I know I know Edge has his own base, somewhere. And yeah, use the Enderman farm to enchant. And yeah, this area is really just. I was the way I started envisioning this particular building is that it is really just it's a starter base, is what it is. This is a place where you can come, you can get some quick enchants. So I'll have some blacksmiths, which maybe those will go upstairs. That would be okay, maybe. I said we'll have a couple of blacksmiths for tools and armor. Right, so you can just come trade for those if need to. Just all of the basics, right? And then the rest of what's out here is just a decorative village, right? We've got some roads coming out here, which of course it snows and I don't have any light or anything to keep those clear. Let's see, we've got a torch here somewhere, right? We're going to torch you. Okay, cool. All right, so anyway, oh, weird. You mean the snow under the torch? I've got a resource or a mod that's doing that for me. Hack. That's not what happens. Okay. Yeah, I've got a mod that gives sort of better grass. It gives this sort of curvy look for blocks that are on corners and things like that. It's just a little bit of a smoother transition for. So do I have a plan for the road? Just that it will exist. So I've got this much of the road coming out up towards the little spawn hut over there. Your contribution could be landscaping. That would be awesome, because I am not good at that. Or at least it's not something that comes to me really naturally. But I figured a road that would then lead up to the red brick building here. Something that goes off this way for, whatever other little houses and things get built here. And then obviously into the Enderman farm and the snow globe. But that's kind of the idea, right? Real sort of loosey-goosey and nothing really set in stone or even in brick or sandstone. At least outside of this. But I think this will give a really nice, just a really nice place for people who are wandering through and, or if you just happen to die and end up at spawn instead of back at your base. It's a nice, safe place to be. And I thought it would be really, really cute as just as a nice little community area, right? Someplace that, we could all have a little bit of input, even if it's nothing crazy. That's a fairly common occurrence for you. That's fair. That is very fair. Okay. Oh, stream joke. I heard there was a new store called Moderation. They have everything there. That was actually kind of clever. I like that one. Okay. So actually, would it make sense? Okay, we'll put the anvils there. Would it make sense? All right, hang on. I need to head back to the ancient city. I want to see how many villages I have that I want to move. Right. This way. So it's going to be a really short trip. because this portal right here is my base, or the ancient city. This is my first base. Okay, so obviously we'll be able to bring the villagers up this way and right into the portal. So getting them into the building is going to be easy. And we're just going to move these villagers here, because I don't need them here anymore. So moving them up to a more common area would be great. So we've got... yeah, tons of villagers. There are lots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these villagers that are already trained up. Right? So we've got like this guy, which has unbreaking, efficiency, silk touch. Right? Because I've got the basic traits here. And they're not going to die on the way. They are not. Because actually this will be really easy to get them in. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I currently have 6 slots. So there is that other alcove. I could put those in for these guys. We'll train up a couple of these as butchers for cooked pork chop trades. Some of them may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And then I think what I can do is just bring these 4 guys, or maybe just these 3. Right, so we've got, I don't know, we'd have to see. Right, he's got a sword and an axe. Right, he's got all of the armor. Right, these aren't going to be cheap trades, but pickaxe and shovel. Okay. So, yeah, they're not cheap trades, but actually between the 3 of these guys, the only thing I don't have available in diamond is a hoe. But that's okay. So we've got axe, sword. This actually isn't even that bad of a sword. Sharpness, sweeping edge, looting. Right, there's the diamond gear there, pickaxe and a shovel. So yeah. So it's not great, but as a, hey, I just need some diamond tools. We'll do the quick enchants here. Oh, you have to go get your kid from your class. Yeah, no, definitely. Dark and rainy is definitely a good time for mom duties to be kicking in. But yeah, we can pull all of these guys. Okay. So that's 7. Okay. Yeah. No, definitely. Take care. Okay, so if we've got 7 of these guys already trained up, and we've got 3 or 4 here, so 10 or 11, plus the butchers, which are going to go on the 3rd floor. Okay. All right, so 10 or 11 villagers. That's good to keep in mind then. So let's go ahead. Let's head back to spawn and double check our placement of things. Because I think this is all going to work out okay. I think we're gonna be happy. It's gonna be great. Okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. So we'll pop them up there, right here onto the track, and then I can just turn the track and run them right over this way into that portal, which is really convenient because it's facing the right direction, I think. it's very possible I'm going to have to whip them around and bring them in through the back, but it's mine carts. That's easy. So we'll double check, make sure that's going through. But so if I have 3 villagers here, 3 here, right? That's 9. This one I'd have to adjust a little bit, but right. But if I had 3 more here, right? 3, 6, 9, and I could put the last ones on this side here. So that gives us space for 12 villagers. And that would be enough. That would be enough for just the starting villagers. So nothing crazy. You know, we're not trying to do a full bookstore here. I've got that in my base if somebody's desperate for a particular book. Okay. And then with the shulker shells right there, that would be awesome. All right, I think that'll make sense. And then yes, I need to figure out how to get the butchers up a couple of floors, but I could set up a temporary bubble vader and just swing them up this way. That would be fine. All right. That'll work. And these guys, because they're standing on honey, once I get them here, they won't be able to jump out. So, okay. I like it. Yeah, and then upstairs, said, and this one will definitely want to decorate up as a tavern or a restaurant or something. The one thing I don't have, and maybe that's, yeah, if we could put the enchanting room up here, that would be good. So the one thing I don't have is beds and stuff. So this, I think this will get decorated as sort of a nice and cozy something or other. Okay. And this is where I'll put the beds. Right, because you can do good stuff with a couple of beds and some end tables and right, all sorts of good stuff here. It's like, oh yeah, this is a nice place to spawn, and then, or if you just need to sleep and then head off. Though I do like the idea of dropping some beds down here too. Somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure out something, but okay. And then with our furnaces here, and oh, actually, what might be nice, maybe I could tuck it in over here, perhaps, is a little lava farm, just to fill these. I don't know that I want to, like I usually do, have it drip into these and have the cauldrons here and stuff, but maybe over there would be good. That would be good. I mean, it's nothing crazy, just a nice little place for stuff. Yeah, if I could put the cauldrons in this wall, we could trapdoor up behind them. Okay, I think that'll work. I like that idea. Okay, so I guess the next thing that I'll need to do is let's get some bookshelves so I can get librarians in. The problem is, yeah, so we'll put all of the smiths. I think I'll just bring 3 of them, and we'll put them here. And I am going to have to change this out. So, yeah, because this is going to have to be something that the villagers can't walk through. Okay. And that's fine. Because they would just walk up over that stair, and that would be bad. Okay. But I can do something like that, and that'll be okay. I could even... This might be good, is if I were to take a... I could take the stairs like that, perhaps. I don't know that I like that. Especially since this is going to have to come across there anyway, so that's going to be a no. Here, let me get the shelves in place, and then maybe I can figure out what I'm going to do with this. So... Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm really liking this project. I don't know. It's different. Maybe I just like building starter bases. I don't know. Is that a thing? Could be. All right. But we can bring... Oops, that's a trapdoor. Okay. All right, and then obviously I would need those there. I'll also need a temp block to be sure that villagers don't eject into those spaces, but that's something I'll do when the time comes. Okay. All right, so we'll just bring these shelves across this way. And actually, the cool thing is with these ones, especially with the smiths that are going to go here, we can just put the tools they trade here in these slots, right? So, oh, this guy's an axe, right? He's got an axe and a sword. This one has a pickaxe and a shovel, and this one has, you know, armor. Right? I think that'll be nice. Just to use the shelves for display and things like that. That'll be good. Actually, I wonder. So if I were to put these down like that, that's a little more visible. Obviously, it's a lot more visible. You can see them. You can't really see the ones that were back here, but if I do that, I mean, I could then slap a redstone lever. Hang on, I need my redstone box again because I put all my levers away. I put my levers away. They go right there. Okay. That honestly isn't bad. In fact, I could even... What if I were to put a trapdoor on top of that like so? I might change out the trapdoor, but I really like that. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. I like it. Okay, so flip those down. We get our trapdoors. And these go up here. Ack! Oh, this is just a really cool... It's actually just a really cool design. I like this. And now it looks like the shelves are supported. It's almost like they're supported with a claw that comes out, or clamps that come out and hold them out against the wall. It's kind of cool. But okay, I like it. I like it. This is so much better. All right, so we go ahead and get those in place. Put our trap doors in place. Okay. And we'll do the same thing over here. Sweet. All right, so this is definitely going to go beautifully when I bring the villagers in. Okay. Nice. So that's a thing. Okay, what I don't have in here then, because I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to run, I'm just going to have it maybe a stack of anvils over here. And then the other thing, I do need to get some crafting tables and an ender chest and some other things like that sort of settled in, but I kind of think they should be down here though. Just right here near everything, you know what I mean? Okay. All right, let's put the spruce stuff away. I've got some tough walls. Do I have frog lights? I do. All right, I'm just gonna come down here and finish the basic design here of these. Said some of this may end up changing, but for now, I like what's going on here. Said I'll leave that open. I've got to get in there and want to set up the redstone and stuff. It'll be good. Okay. And again, the reality is nobody's going to be using this area. I mean, it's designed as a starter area, but I don't think anybody's at a point where they're going to need it. So, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm building it because I want to build it, not because it's necessary. And it'll just look cool. So when people come over to get frog lights and stuff, they'll be... Heck, that's not what goes there. It'll look even nicer than it does. Because I like the floor that Sprite put together. Oops, that's not what goes there. Because that floor looks cool, but... Heck. Think. Yeah, she put this mosaic in. It's very, very cool. I think we're okay here. I don't think I'm going to run into issues with lights, with those lights blocking the redstone. But if I do, I'll just take those ones out. But yeah, this will be fine. So I may change those blocks from the tough to something else. But yeah, this will be cool. So we'll get all of the storage in place. And then we'll come down this way out into this hallway with all of this good stuff. I like it. I like it. I like where this is going. I do. I've lost the tough. It's around here somewhere. Did I have a space with tough in it? Maybe not down here. All right, well, that's fine. I'll just randomly open boxes. It's all good. Okay, so spruce. We're going to need a bunch of slabs. Okay. All right, slabs. I need slabs because the slabs are cool. All right. Oh, hey, I missed a spot. And of course I put the walls away because I was done with them because see, this is why I have inventory problems. It's because I want to keep everything in my inventory because I just might need it later. But no, every time I do that, I end up not having what I need when I need it. This is... It's okay. It's okay. We'll get things where they need to go eventually. Okay. Get all of this in place. And I don't know that I'm going to go too much longer, but let's get the... Let's get all of this... get these slabs in here. What I might do... Actually, let's... I have an idea. Let's get these slabs in, and then I'm going to do a little bit of fun decorative nonsense. Because I like decorative nonsense. Okay. And obviously, we've got a couple blocks in the wrong place. We'll fix that. But what I want to do is let's get some stone slabs and what else do I need? Stone slabs and stairs. Oh, I have some. Perfect. Let's try something here. Let's come up, let's take this row of slabs out. And let's just do something that's really basic, but I think it's going to add a lot to this. We'll slap the stairs in and we'll just run the slabs across like that. It's not a lot. It doesn't make a lot of difference, right? It's not a huge change, I guess, is how I want to put it. But it's just enough of a change. It just adds a little bit of detail to this hallway. And I like that. So we'll go ahead and bring this across like so. That's a stair. Those are in the wrong place. Okay. Cool. And we'll probably run one here as well, but I'll worry about that area when I start, you know, once I get the copper golems in, because they're going to be running around up on the surface. So we'll deal with that up there. Okay. Yeah, it's not much of a change, but I think it's a good one. Okay, so actually those stairs will go like that. I mean, like that, but like upside down and stuff. Okay, let's try it upside down. Okay, can we do that upside down? Thanks. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of nice. I like this. I could even, I mean, I could drop the stairs in like so, but I don't think that's going to work out. I don't think that looks right. So we'll go like this, and honestly, because we've got the slabs and stuff, we just end up with this funky little corner block, and it just looks cool. Nice, nice. Okay. Well, I think this area is starting to shape up. So we won't need that torch there anymore. We don't need this torch here anymore. Okay, clean that one out. And so I can take this one out. We're just starting to get a little bit dim. Yeah, it's just a little dim here in the middle. We'll want to figure out something to light this up. And it could be as simple as bringing these in, but because we're off center, I don't think I want to do that. Okay. Nice. Oh, this is going to be really, really handy. So the other thing I just need to figure out is which, you know, how I want to sort these villagers, because obviously it would be handy if it was easy to remember which ones were which and where and how and why and whatever. You know, all of that fun stuff. Okay. All right. But yeah, I think this is good. We'll We'll definitely make this work out well, I think. Yeah, and then I'll just need a place here, said for the ender chest and stuff. I mean, I could put crafting tables in the floor here. That wouldn't be the worst idea ever. And, you know, ender chest and stuff there too could be okay. I don't know that I'd want to put the ender chest in the floor here, but it's a possibility, I suppose. But yeah, just tucking these furnaces in there would be good. And as I said, I think we'll put a lava farm back here. Okay, which will provide easy fuel then for these furnaces. Okay. Yeah, honestly, this room is starting to look pretty nice, actually. Let's go ahead and load up some of this stuff, because I'm going to want to pick up. Oops. I have brick boxes. Keep the bricks sorted, you know. Okay. It's a work in progress, but I think it's going to be a nice place when it's done. Right? Oh, man. It's all right. Again, let's see. My mute button is now on my left and not on my right. And so I was reaching to... Oh, nope. It's not there now. It's over here. Okay. So, yeah. And, yeah, we've got a bunch of end portals all close. But what I could even do... I don't know if I'd want to. So this is something that would be interesting. I mean, I could... We've got that portal over there now. Inside the house. We could take down this nether portal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, and we could turn this section into one more block of storage. But in all honesty, it's not that big a deal one way or another, I guess. If it becomes a problem, we could get rid of this portal, but I think it'll be okay. I'm going to end up running hoppers around behind it, but yeah, I think it'll be fine. Of course, you won't... The way up into the farm is over here. The sides are now facing, well, that portal. I wonder if I should maybe put them over here. I don't know. I don't know if it's makes that much of a difference if I'm overthinking things or what the deal is. All right. Nice. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So let's go ahead and let's jump over to the webcam. I definitely want to thank all of you for hanging out with me today as I work to test my new setup, make sure this is actually working right. And it seems to be doing great. Also, of course, a shout out to my supporters over there at musicfreegaming.com who are awesome and amazing. But no, seriously, thank you so much for helping me test this. The schedule is over there. I will be streaming, I guess, my regular schedule, Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and then Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. Again, Mountain Standard Time. That's how time zones work. But this is really good. I've got a couple of things I think I need to go double check and be sure everything is behaving the way I want it to. But otherwise, this is good. We're in good shape. So thank you all for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.